What's up, Bird? What's happening, man? What's up, John? What's cracking, man? What's Gucci, man? What you been up to, man? Give me a city, man. We should, I guess we got Philly in the house, man. We might as well just start in Philadelphia, man. He said he just got your car cut. I thought they wasn't cutting off people power during this shit. I thought they wasn't cutting off people's power during this shit. Man, they did you dirty, homie. They did you dirty, chap. Damn, man, that's fucked up. But hey, Philly it ain't like Philly social distancing or nothing. So you could go around, you could go outside, and it was sure there's plenty of people outside. Philly remains far from the state threshold to begin reopening. Why y'all think this is, man? Why y'all think Philly can't get their numbers down, man? I saw that on the draft, yeah. I seen that. Them niggas be having some.
Few days here, there have been a lot of questions and confusion swirling about I'm okay. The past few days here, there have been a lot of questions and confusion swirling about Pennsylvania's reopening strategy. Today, Action News tried to get some clarification about the benchmark number of cases that any given region needs to achieve. Action News investigative reporter Chad Perdelli joining us live now with more on what you were able to find out about that today, Chad.
Yeah, Brian, the data says we're nowhere near the benchmark set forth by the governor, but even more troubling, none of the health professionals can say when they expect us to get.
Now, you know Philly people ain't really, the hood in Philly ain't social distancing. Do y'all think that got anything to do with, because the places that social distancing, the numbers is going down. The reason the numbers is going down because of social distancing. The reason people is running around saying, man, this shit ain't that serious, man. This shit just like the flu, man. The reason people can say that is because of all the measures that have been taking place to prevent it from spreading. And I know Philly niggas ain't social distancing. Niggas, they ain't social distance.
There.
frustrated many people.
After some confusion on the state benchmark to reopen counties under Governor Tom Wolf's phased reopening, which classifies areas by red, yellow, and green, State Secretary of Health Dr. Rachel Levine said this.
So we did revise that on our website, and it was really just a clarification.
Action News has learned Philadelphia has a 14-day average number of cases, 7 times the threshold to be classified as yellow, which would begin some easing of restrictions. The state is looking for an area to average 50 per day per 100,000 people over 14 days. But when Philadelphia may meet that benchmark, Dr. Levine couldn't say.
That metric is just one piece of the puzzle. So we're going to be looking at many different factors in addition to that one metric.
As businesses in the Commonwealth remain closed, unemployment continues to soar. Action News analyzed new data, and it reveals that 30% of Pennsylvanians who lost jobs since the outbreak still have not got benefits.
We've had a record surge of more than 1.6 million applicants for unemployment compensation. Our unemployment compensation
What's up, Ray Wall? Nigga, Philly ain't open up no time soon, man. You better tell them niggas stay in the fucking house. All them asymptomatic carriers. Bunch of asymptomatic carriers, man. The stream ain't cut out. The stream ain't off, is it? Stream should be on, man. Hit one if we still on, man. Hit one if we still see.
Action News Mornings, only on 6 ABC. New this morning, police say they're looking for the person who shot 2 men in North Philadelphia. Those shots were fired in the 700 block of Girard Avenue about 2 o'clock this morning. Both men were taken to Temple University.
I've been on for 7 minutes. Alright, we back. I don't know what. Oh, they cut me for a second. I don't know what. Damn, they still shooting. You can tell niggas is out by how many shootings there is. Ain't that sad though? Ain't that sad that you can tell if niggas is social distancing or not by how many shootings there are? That's sad, man.
Hi, I'm Ashley from First Alert. You're home, so take the time to review key safety steps to help protect your family. Start by installing smoke and carbon monoxide alarms on every level and in each bedroom. Did you know the #1 cause of fires in the U.S.?
Yeah, shooting up in St. Louis and Jacksonville. Niggas is actually doing more shit. But you know one thing I noticed about DC, and I don't know if you can notice this about other places. Since they're emptying the jails and they try and let everybody out of jail, they less likely to lock niggas up now. Niggas gotta do some egregious shit now to get locked up, because they not trying to put people in jail. They trying to actually let people out of jail. So since niggas is getting away with all the little petty shit, niggas is getting emboldened. Niggas' behavior is being emboldened because police is letting a lot of shit slide. You really gotta beg to get locked up now.
This is unattended cooking. Make sure you have a fire
Yes,
extinguisher within reach. Talk to your family about the dangers of fire and carbon monoxide. Have an escape plan and practice it at least twice a year.
Brought to you by...
You said a black dude just shot a white dude in the chest as he was riding his bike home from work. They didn't know each other. What town you live in, Sonny? Because black dudes always shooting white dudes in the chest as they ride home from work. And if a white dude ever shot a black dude in his chest while he was riding home from work, it would be on CNN for a week. Wall-to-wall coverage. So, you know that white dudes ain't doing that to black dudes. Because you ain't seeing it on CNN and MSNBC 24 hours a day. Yeah.
First Alert. Find a wide selection of First Alert products at your local Lowe's. Across the Delaware Valley closed, and many sent children home with laptops and Chromebooks, but for some that's just not enough. A lot of families don't have internet. Action News reporter Christy Leto tells us about a program that's helping many of those families.
All the work you gotta do.
Finally connected.
There's some stuff I gotta do.
Friday is the first day in a month that Rihanna Williams has had access to her schoolwork. The 16-year-old got the laptops from the school district weeks ago, but didn't have access to Wi-Fi.
I had to email my teachers. I haven't had internet and stuff.
About 20% of families in the city don't have reliable internet, a challenge for those forced to e-learn as coronavirus shutters schools.
They gave them computers with no internet, and they've been losing out on a lot of work.
A lot of families are going through a lot of economic hardships right now, and they're not able to be able to get Wi-Fi.
Why she say it like that though? Why she say they gave them computers with no internet? Why she ain't say we thankful for the computers and now we're thankful that they're giving us internet too? Why she say it like that?
Schools.
They gave them computers with no internet, and they've been losing out on a lot of work.
A lot of families are going through a lot of economic hardships right now, and they're not able to be able to get Wi-Fi.
Nonprofit New Options, More Opportunities wants to make sure that students don't fall behind and says it will now provide free Wi-Fi for families in need so long as they can confirm.
That reporter fine as shit under that mask. That reporter fine as a motherfucker under that mask.
Their child is enrolled.
That should get them through the rest of the school year.
Initially, the district suggested students e-learn in parking lots with free Wi-Fi, but changed after pushback from parents. And with demand so high, securing free wireless hotspots for students has been a challenge.
Most of your friends don't have internet either?
Most of my friends ain't got internet either.
The nonprofit got Rihanna connected, but she now worries if she'll be able to catch up on her work.
I'm gonna do as much as I can. I'm gonna do all my work that I'm missing.
And there's still a lot of children that don't have access to the internet, and by May 4th, that's when planned instruction begins. That's when children are...
She alright. She good. She alright. She smashable. She alright. She ain't banging. I thought it was another one. It's another one they got out there that's fine as fuck.
Going to be required each day to log on to the internet for a certain number of hours.
Yeah, man. Nightly News with Arc Nation. News you can choose. The only interactive news program on YouTube. Dateline Philadelphia. You can support the channel via PayPal or via the Cash App. Yeah, niggas ain't social distancing in Philly, man. Niggas is getting shot. Whenever you see niggas getting shot, you know they're outside. The only thing you need for a shooting is a bunch of niggas to be outside. That's the only fucking factors. They be like, what factors are causing all these shootings? Niggas being outside. That's it. Niggas outside, you gonna have shootings. Period. You gonna have shootings.
State Farm is announcing the Good Neighbor Relief Program.
We're returning $2 billion to our auto policyholders through May 31st.
Because now, more than ever, being a good neighbor means everything. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
18-year-old is in stable condition tonight after she was struck by a stray bullet in North Philadelphia. This evening, police are looking for the person who fired the bullet. The teenager was shot on the 2000 block of West York Street at about 3:45 this afternoon. She was struck in the calf and taken to Temple University Hospital.
Oh, she only got shot in the calf. That ain't shit. Small time thing, man. She gonna live. She'll have a little limp. She'll have a little limp. She'll be alright. That's easy for me to say. She the one who got shot. Alright, we'll check out Jacksonville in a minute. We'll get to Jacksonville. Philly just off the chain, man. They're playing Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid.
Have been saying for weeks now, part of the way to prevent COVID-19 from spreading is through education and testing.
An effort one local group has been tackling head-on with a days-long...
This the one I was telling y'all about.
Experts have been saying for weeks now.
This the one I was telling y'all about. She bad as shit. This one right here. That white nigga, that white dude try to fuck her. I'm gonna get your emails, man. I got you. I got you, man. I'm gonna get to your emails, man. This joint bad as shit. What's her name again? Forgot, man. This bra fine as shit.
Part of the way to prevent COVID-19 from spreading is through education and testing.
An effort one local group has been tackling head-on with a days-long campaign. Action News reporter Ashley Johnson was there for the latest testing blitz.
Hundreds of cars lined up at the Mount Airy Church of God in Christ on Ogons Avenue. It's been a week-long effort by the nonprofit Black Doctors COVID-19 Consortium. They've been at different churches all week, but today people say it was a wake-up call when Enon's pastor, Reverend Alan Waller, tested positive.
Another tremendous turnout. Many say they don't want to play the guessing game with this deadly virus.
This thing can happen to anybody. You walk around and have it and don't know you have it.
The nonprofit Black Doctors COVID-19 Consortium is doing everything in their power to flatten the curve and make sure communities most in need get access to testing. The week kicked off with long lines at Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church, and the Mount Airy Church of God in Christ was no different.
We're doing it in the absence of institutional support. This is a 3-4-day-old operation, so to speak, and each day it's like opening an Army field hospital. But our doctors are really rising up and standing up for our community.
Ain't it funny how niggas try to act like it ain't? Look at all these black doctors, man. I can't be no doctor. They won't let black people be doctors. The white man ain't gonna let you be a doctor.
Many in the community right now are in shock once they heard Enon's Pastor Waller tested positive and showed no symptoms.
And when I heard about Dr. Waller, that he was positive and didn't have any symptoms, I wanted to come out and just get checked to make sure.
Black Doctors COVID-19 Consortium says they've got their work cut out for them, and they won't stop providing free testing until the government provides the service.
We can't wait for our mayor and for other institutions to do this.
You can follow the group Black Doctors COVID-19 Consortium on Facebook. That's where they'll announce which church they'll be at next. They say you can expect the
Niggas just lazy. It take too much studying to be a doctor. It's easier to say, instead of just admitting, look, man, I want to be a doctor, but I ain't cut out for it. I ain't got what it takes to do all that studying and then do the residency. Just in college and high school, you gotta take biology. You gotta take all the sciences, and you gotta do well in all the sciences. Chemistry. And that's even before you get to medical school. I just ain't built like that, man. You know? Why niggas just can't admit that shit, like certain niggas. Because there's a lot of niggas that's built like that. But why can't the niggas who's not built like that just be like, look, man, I ain't with all that math and science and fucking all that shit. I just want to, go to class and take the basic courses and go get my fucking CDL. Why niggas gotta say shit like, man, the white man won't let us be doctors?
The next site will be Sunday around church time.
Yeah, you want to be a rapper and play ball, man, just say that shit. Stop saying that somebody won't let you be no doctor when you know goddamn well all these niggas is doctors. All these niggas is doctors and shit. You run around talking about the white man won't let you be no doctor. Niggas don't want to admit the white man locking us up, mass incarceration. No, nigga, you keep doing dumb shit. It's hard for niggas to admit.
The Action News AccuWeather team, only on 6 ABC.
Developing news, we learned overnight a shooting in West Philadelphia turned deadly. The victim, a 33-year-old man, was shot in the head on the 900 block.
West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground.
16% higher than it was last year.
They say 16% higher than it was last year. West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground, is where I spent most of my days. Hanging out, maxing, relaxing and cooling on, playing some b-ball outside of the school with a couple of guys. They was up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got a one little fight. My mom got scared. She said, "You moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air."
The Action News AccuWeather team, only on 6 ABC.
Developing news, we learned overnight a shooting in West Philadelphia turned...
That nigga Will Smith, that nigga Fresh Prince, his mother said, shit, fuck that. You gonna live with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air. Fuck that shit. Get you away from these niggas. These niggas.
Shot in the head on the 900 block of North 42nd Street. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. No word on any arrests or motive. The city's homicide rate is soaring again, 16% higher than it was last year, which was the worst since 2000.
So, Philadelphia, St. Louis, and Jacksonville. 3 cities we've identified that murder is up from last year. And also DC, it's the same. It hasn't gone down, it's steady. So And it's supposed to be white people fault. It's supposed to be because there ain't enough. It ain't enough fucking midnight basketball and shit. They ain't put enough midnight basketball. They ain't put enough rec centers. And I remember the rec center around my way when the neighborhood that I lived in when I was really young. That motherfucking rec center was a fucking. You had to be tough to go to that rec center, man. You couldn't just go up in the rec center. Shit. You wasn't just going up in the rec center. Like, the rec center was a place where motherfuckers was. The bullies was at, the assholes, all the dickheads, the gangsters and shit. You wasn't just rolling up in a fucking. You wasn't just rolling up in a motherfucking rec center like that. Yeah, like there's no notion that like rec centers the shit. Rec centers is like, oh shit, they built a rec center. Shit, the niggas in the hood. Who you think going down there? Who you think gonna be at the fucking rec center? If you build a rec center in one of these neighborhoods, who the fuck you think gonna go down there? Leave it to Beaver? Who the fuck you gonna think gonna be in the rec center?
Hi, I'm Ashley from First Alert. Safety is a priority. Take key steps to protect your home and family. Start by installing smoke and carbon monoxide alarms on every level and in each bedroom. Test alarms regularly. And remember, alarms don't last forever and need to be replaced at least every 10 years. Talk to your whole family about the dangers of fire and carbon monoxide. Have an escape plan and practice it at least twice a year.
Brought to you by First Alert. Find a wide selection of First Alert products at your local Lowe's.
Philadelphia police have arrested the woman who allegedly spit in the face of another woman as the two waited online at a center. Action News reporter Christy Leto has the story outside DeBruno Brothers at 17th and Chestnut.
Alexis Danilo was waiting here in line to go into DeBruno. She said the suspect got a little close, so she moved out of the way. And it was that simple gesture that suddenly made her the target of a spit and run.
I guess that annoyed her, and she just said, I don't have the disease.
Foul words flung at Alexis Danilo as she and this woman, who police have now identified as Jacqueline McBride, were waiting to enter DeBruno Brothers on 17th and Chestnut. By the time Danilo made it into the gourmet grocery store, things escalated.
I felt someone bump into me. I was like, that was rude. You know, there's a pandemic going on right now. And she said, she's like, I'll fight you right now. And then took off her mask and then just spit in my face.
The 27-year-old suspect wearing a red
Damn, gangster ass white lady. This white lady gangster. This white lady thugged out. Damn. This white lady thugged out.
Annoyed her, and she just said, I don't have the disease.
Foul words flung at Alexis Danilo as she and this woman, who police have now identified as Jacqueline McBride, were waiting to enter DeBruno Brothers on 17th and Chestnut. By the time Danilo made it into the gourmet grocery store, things escalated.
I felt someone bump into me. I was like, that was rude. You know, there's a pandemic going on right now. And she said, she's like, I'll fight you right now. And then took off her mask and then just spit in my face.
The 27-year-old suspect, wearing a red bandana and black coat, immediately fled. Police arrested her late tonight after a flurry of tips.
It's jarring to be spit in your face or just spit on in general, but again.
Did you hear that? After a flurry of tips. Them white motherfuckers was flooding the tip line. Some white woman got spit on. Them white people flooded that tip line. Now do you see why the white community is safer? Not why they're better people. Not why they're going to heaven and niggas is going to hell. Not why they better than you. Not why you, none of that bullshit that niggas gonna try to make it about. Not why you ain't shit. None of that shit. Do you now see why the white community is safer? Just that. Not why I hate myself. None of that shit. Just why the white community is safer. This woman got spit on, and they flooded and then her picture was on the news, and they flooded the police with tips.
She's like, I'll fight you right now, and then took off her mask and then just spit in my face.
The 27-year-old suspect, wearing a red bandana and black coat, immediately fled. Police arrested her late tonight after a flurry of tips.
It's jarring to be spit on in your face or just spit on in general, but again, it's just given the fact that there's a pandemic and everyone's trying to respect the social distancing.
Apparently, McBride is a repeat offender who allegedly spat on an employee days earlier. A manager tells Action News it was a dispute over how she planned on...
So this white lady is a menace, yo. This white lady is a menace. This is savage behavior for this white woman. She's not being very feminine. This white woman's not being very feminine.
It's jarring to be spit on in your face or just spit on in general, but again, it's just given the fact that there's a pandemic and everyone's trying to respect the social distancing.
Apparently, McBride is a repeat offender who allegedly spat on an employee days earlier. A manager tells Action News it was a dispute over how she planned on paying for the items. The Bruno brothers declined to comment on camera, only saying they take the security of their employees and customers extremely seriously.
Everyone's kind of on edge, for sure.
It's one thing that she was there, she got upset. But something's not right. I mean, she came back and did it again.
Danilo was wearing a mask and protective eyewear and says she hasn't shown any symptoms of the virus, but wants to make sure this serial spitter doesn't spit and run on anyone else. Yeah, big relief for Danilo, who says she's grateful that this won't happen to anyone else. McBride faces simple assault, among other charges.
I mean, that's really all they can charge her with. They should give her the terroristic... because the terroristic threats, or what is that? The biological, because this is a pandemic. I think they didn't charge her with that the dude in the store the other day, the one who spit on the cops, the dude who told the cops he had corona and spit on them. They gave him like a biological weapons charge or some shit. Terroristic threats. She probably didn't tell the woman that she had coronavirus. She told the woman, I don't have the disease, bitch. That's crazy how words can get you fucked up. Because the dude the other day, he told the cops, I got coronavirus, and spit on him. He got charged with far worse crime than her telling the white lady, I don't have the disease, bitch, and then spitting on her. And she just got charged with simple assault. Oh yeah, NFL player, shit. That white bitch could hop from player to player. She could just date around. She could only date ballers. Even with this on her resume. But yeah, it's very interesting. Nightly News with Roc Nation News. You can choose the only interactive news program on YouTube. If you'd like to support the channel, you can support the channel via PayPal, via the Cash App. Yeah, that white girl fucking menace to society, man. She out now. I bet she paid her mom. Well, she couldn't pay for her food, so she might not have paid her mom. But that white girl a menace to fucking society, man. They gotta get her the fuck off the streets, man. Philly off the chain, man. Philly is off the chain, man. The dude, you wouldn't know that it was a fucking lockdown, stay-at-home order. You wouldn't know none of this shit was going on, man. You wouldn't know none of this shit's going on. Philly is off the chain, man. I heard Kim Jong-un died. I don't know if it's truth, though. And if he died of coronavirus, they not going to tell you. Trust me. They not going to tell you he died of coronavirus. Them fucking North Koreans, they ain't telling the world that shit. They gonna lie their asses off. Look at these two. Nunez and Rodriguez charged in the death of their 4-year-old daughter and shooting death of their 4-year-old daughter. Stupid motherfuckers. Let me go to Jacksonville, man. Jacksonville. Latinx, Afro Latinx. What the fuck? I heard that shit Latinx. What the fuck is that? Y'all keep changing the fucking names. Used to be Mexican. Now it's fucking went from Mexican to Latino. Used to go all our Mexicans. All the motherfuckers was Mexicans. Y'all making it all complicated now. Latinx. 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 Goddamn. Oh man, look at this. Jack Deli shooting at birthday party. Children's birthday parties are extremely dangerous, man. I remember I went to a birthday party in New York. It was a baby shower in New York, in the projects. I don't know why I was up there. The girl I was dating at the time, her friend that she went to college with, had a baby with a nigga in the hood, right? Like they was all them girls at that school was smart as shit, and they was all fucking with niggas that wasn't in school. Niggas that was, into bullshit. So I'm fucking with one chick, and the girl, my girl, she went to the school. And this was a nice college, too. This was a good college. My girl went to this school. Her roommate or friend or whatever got pregnant by this dude in the projects in New York. So we went up to New York to go to the baby shower. And the baby shower was in the community center. It's like in the basement. They have a little community center. And one side of the family was beefing with the other side of the family, and that shit got messy. And I felt like guns was about to get drawn, cause the tension was building, and then the women was instigating. Like the women, they don't diffuse shit. They try to diffuse it once it's already too far. Like once it's past the point of no return, then they start yelling, "Stop, y'all! Stop, y'all! Why y'all being stupid? Stop!" But that ain't until it's already past the point of no return when they start doing that shit. But all the way up until then, they escalating the fuck out of it. I said, man, let me get the fuck out of here. I ain't even from New York. I damn sure ain't about to get caught up in no bullshit with these motherfuckers. He said Google Dex Trance University of Louisville Recruit who?
People aren't talking about
Damn.
the Giants Nature's Promise items.
All right,
free from
email it to me, Sean.
and fit your budget. They're not talking
AfterTuesdayLive2@gmail.com. Email me the link.
The Giant. Unlock personalized savings on the foods you love most.
I try to remember them.
Where we are now learning more about a deadly shooting and that also left another
Smash.
person hurt. I'm Lorena Inkland.
And I'm Courtney Cole, and police say this shooting happened during a party on Stardust Road, and just for context, that's right near Jacksonville University. Action News Jack's Megan Moriarty joins us live, and Megan, you spoke with the victim's
Smash.
sister. She says this man was a father of 3.
Courtney, yeah, we just spoke.
Father of 3 don't really mean what it mean in the hood. Father of 3, this nigga could, when they talk about these hood stories in Blackistan, father of 3, all that mean is that nigga got 3 baby mothers. That nigga, bro, he got 3 baby mothers and shit. 2 of them he can't stand. He never see the kids. 1, he saw on her birthday or some shit. Father of 3, like this nigga like coming home every day and shit, and bringing home the bacon and shit or some shit like that.
With her minutes ago off camera,
Megan Moriarty joins us live, and Megan, you spoke with the victim's sister. She says this man was a father of 3.
Courtney, yeah, we just spoke with her minutes ago off camera. She says that he was a father, a husband, a brother, a son, and this all happened during a birthday party that he was throwing for his wife. Now, we do know that having large gatherings, that's not practicing proper social distancing, but he was out.
You see how the white liberal had to gloss over that shit? That let you know right there who you don't even need to ask the race of this nigga now.
Side with another. Courtney, yeah, we just spoke with her minutes ago off camera. She says that he was a father, a husband, a brother, a son, and this all happened during a...
Okay, he was a husband. Okay. What? Uh-oh. Yeah, I might have been wrong. This nigga was a husband.
Birthday party that he was throwing for his wife. Now, we do know that having large gatherings, that's not practicing.
Okay, so this nigga was throwing a birthday party for his wife. Salute to him, man. My bad. R.I.P., my man. R.I.P. regardless of who you is, but maybe I was wrong judging him. This dude was a father and a husband, and he was throwing a birthday party for his wife. Now, I don't get this whole thing of like, I don't know, like, whatever.
But he was outside with another man when all of a sudden a silver Mustang came up. Police say there was some sort of altercation there, and 10 to 12 shots were fired, and they killed this young husband.
Okay. So it had nothing to do with the party. He was outside. I told you. What did I just tell you? What causes shootings in Blackistan? Niggas being outside. All you gotta do is have niggas outside, and those are the settings and the variables that it's a combustible situation. That's a combustible situation. Niggas being outside.
Now we want to give you. Happened during a birthday party that he was throwing for his wife. Now, we do know that having large gatherings, that's not practicing proper social distancing, but he was outside with another man when all of a sudden a silver Mustang came up. Police say there was some sort of altercation there, and 10 to 12 shots were fired, and they killed this young husband. Now, we want to give you a live look of the scene now that it's a little bit lighter out. We did show you earlier when it was darker, so here's what it's looking like now. It's still very, very active, and police got here around 1 a.m. So we still see 2 crime scene cars there, and then there's 2 police cars as well. Now, here's some video. We're going to pull up some video that we took at 4 a.m. just to show you how this really has continued to be active all morning. There were several evidence markers down Stardust Court when we first showed up. Police say they got here a little after 1 this morning. They say a newer model silver Mustang pulled up to the two men in their 20s, and there was some sort of altercation. The two men outside of the car were shot multiple times. The sister of the
So a car pulls up. These two dudes are standing outside. A car pulls up. Words are exchanged. Immediately, dudes in the car pull out a gun and start shooting. But if one of them niggas in the silver car fucking get tased by a cop, we supposed to all march in the streets and fucking lose our minds. We supposed to lose our minds if one of these niggas get tased by a cop.
man who passed away says her brother did not know the person who shot him.
The brother did not know the person who shot him. So this was just a complete random situation. Two dudes standing outside. Some other dudes roll up. Fuck y'all looking at? Or where y'all from? What? What you mean? What you talking about, cuz? Bow, 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 bow. That's all it takes, man. This whole fucking talk about solutions and shit. That's why I laugh about solutions. Solutions. We need solutions. We need people to get out in the community and do something. The fuck can you do when you throw a party for your wife and you step outside with another guy to smoke a cigarette and it's some niggas patrolling the neighborhood and shit, pull up on you, words is exchanged and they immediately kill you. Some dudes you never knew before, some dudes you never seen before, roll up, words are exchanged and they immediately kill you. What can you do about that? What's the solution to that? Solutions, man. We need solutions.
And we're working to look. Now, here's some video. We're going to pull up some video that we took at 4 a.m. just to show you how this really has continued to be active all morning. There were several evidence markers down Stardust Court when we first showed up. Police say they got here a little after 1 this morning. They say a newer model silver Mustang pulled up to the two men in their 20s, and there was some sort of altercation. The two men outside of the car were shot multiple times. The sister of the man who passed away says her brother did not know the person who shot him, and we're working to learn more about what led up to this argument. And I'm going to speak with his sister again in a little bit. Reporting live, Megan Moriarty, CBS 47, Fox
30. Solutions, man. We need solutions. We need solutions, man. The system is over. The system is disproportionately. Sometimes I wish they didn't teach you niggas words. I know it sounds fucked up, but I hate the fact that when you niggas learn new words. Disproportionately. Now every nigga you talk to is on Twitter or Facebook is misspelling disproportionately. I ain't never seen disproportionately misspelled as many times in the last 2 weeks as I have in my whole life. Once niggas learn a word, that shit, you just see that shit on Facebook spelled fucking 1,000 different ways. First it was systematic. Systemic. Niggas was misspelling the shit out of systemic. It's systemic issues, man. SITEMIK. Right. Niggas be on that T.I. shit. Just using words and shit like, nigga, damn, nigga, you got a phone in your hand. Look that shit up. Niggas ain't got no excuse. Nigga, you have a iPhone.
People aren't
Look
talking.
the shit up.
Giants
See what it really
are
means.
free from artificial ingredients and fit your body.
Just look the shit up and see what it really means. It'll take 2 seconds. I did that today. I looked up 2 words today. It took 2 seconds. I heard somebody say some shit in the movie I was watching last night. I said, oh shit. I knew what it meant, but I just checked. I was like, oh, okay, cool. It also means this. It took 2 seconds to check to see what that word meant. Niggas, they hear some shit they run with. They won't take 2 seconds to just see what the fuck that shit really means, what context you should use it in. What, like, nigga don't care. Nigga just gone.
They're not talking because they're eating. Morning. I love breakfast. At Giant, unlock personalized savings on the foods you love most with your Giant card.
Disproportionately. That's the new word for them. Disparities.
Action News Jax is on top of 3 separate breaking overnight stories. Within the last 15 minutes, police tell us a person was stabbed in town suites on Atlantic Boulevard and St. John's Road. There is a person of interest in custody right now, and investigators say the 2 may have...
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, gosh. Man accused of putting laxative in teens' medicine. He looked like the type of dude that do it. If you ever, that's how the dude that's gonna put laxatives in the teens' medicine look. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's him. He did that shit. He did that shit. He did it. He did that shit. I don't even need to read the story, but I will. A man was arrested and accused of tampering with the teen's medication, according to the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. Deputies took into custody 54-year-old Craig Allen Ripple and charged him with child abuse and child neglect after he admitted to putting laxatives in a 14-year-old boy's medicine, according to the sheriff's office. Deputies said the boy's mother reported the alleged abuse by Ripple after she said the medicine her son was taking made him ill back in August. The mother also discovered smaller pink tablets that were laxatives inside her son's pill capsules. According to deputies, the boy was not significantly injured, has since moved out of the state, and is not in contact with Ripple. Deputies said. Jacksonville man accused of threatening to blow up the White House. Yeah, he did it. A 30-year-old man was contacted by the Jacksonville Sheriff Office as U.S. Homeland Security after he joined a chat application Zello and began making various threats, according to an arrest affidavit. Investigators said Joshua Dorst, on several occasions, threatened to blow up the White House. The arrest warrant said he made comments about hiring someone to kill his probation officer and had a plan to place a bomb outside the probation office, timing it to detonate as employees were leaving. Records show Dorst is on probation for felony battery. He has prior arrests for robbery and aggravated assault, for which he served prison time. According to the report, JSO talked to Dorst's probation officer, who said Dorst has mental health issues, including post-traumatic stress and intermittent explosive disorder, and that he is in treatment. Yeah, he did that shit. He did that shit. Save the taxpayers some money. That motherfucker did that shit. See, those two crimes would go unreported in the black community. If a nigga was putting some laxative in some kids' fucking medicine, his mother wouldn't tell nothing. His mother would call one of her brothers to come beat the man up or some shit. Or she'll fight the man. That shit wouldn't even have been... And damn sure wouldn't nobody say nothing if somebody threatened to blow up their probation officer. Dorst, man. Dorst dog. Free Dorst dog. He ain't do nothing. He ain't even do nothing, man. Why they messing with Dorst dogs like that, man? Dorst dog ain't even do nothing, man. Oh, the man who got stabbed died. Ain't that a bitch? The man we read about, the man they showed earlier, who got stabbed, he died. Fucked up, man. Here's some of your emails after this, man. The man described as being in his 40s was taken to the hospital. The person of interest was taken into custody. Read some of your emails, man. Nightly news with Off Nation. News you can choose. The only interactive news program on YouTube. If you'd like to support the channel, you support the channel via PayPal or Super Chat. COVID-19 survivor state representative Karen Whitsitt describes Michigan's censure attempt. I'm not going to be silenced. Uh-oh. This probably ain't even a fucking video about her. I hate these channels that put these. They're gonna put a video about fucking some other shit. He said, "Did I hear Steven Jackson's story? How he left his fiance at the altar." Nah. I saw a couple weeks ago. Then I just stopped. I wasn't interested, man. How did he leave her at the altar? You tell me. I don't even feel like watching the video, man. That shit ain't interesting, man. Tell me what happened. This woman. I'm a black woman and I'm not gonna be silenced. It'd be funny. I'm a black woman and I will not be silenced.
It is precisely when it seems beauty is gone that we create our own. We will always write when words seem to be lost. Sing even when we can't hear a melody. Paint when there's no color in sight. It is at the moment when there's nowhere else to turn that we turn to create.
Welcome back. Get this story. Michigan Democrats planning to censure State Representative Karen Whitsett, a Democrat, today after she thanked President Trump for touting a drug she says saved her life from COVID-19. Watch.
Thank you for everything that you have done. I did not know that saying thank you had a political line. I sincerely appreciate that, because had you not brought this to the forefront of the HQ, of being able to put this out here, I wouldn't be here today to even have this conversation.
Now the president is welcoming her to join the Republican Party. We'll ask her about that. Democrat, Michigan's State Senate Representative and coronavirus survivor Karen Whitsett joins us now. Karen, thank you so much for being here. I caught your interview last night on Tucker as well. Grateful for your willingness to come out and talk about what you experienced and then the political blowback. Help me out for a second. You were very sick. You and your doctor made a decision to use a drug, and it worked. You thanked the president publicly. You had a chance to go to the White House and thank him. And yet, the Democrat Party in Michigan is censuring you. There's got to be more to this story. Is there?
Oh, thank you so much for having me on this morning. I really appreciate it. There is so much more to this story. It is, and it's shameful, actually, on the Democratic Party. 13 congressional leader Jonathan Kinloch, who also works for Governor Gretchen Whitmer, has decided that, and I believe this is the governor, has decided that she is going to slap me on the wrist by silencing me. And it's a shame. It's a shame that she's doing this. It's politics at its best. In a time like this during a pandemic, when she should be focusing on the city of Detroit, the state of Michigan, this is what she's focusing on, trying to silence me. I guess this is teaching me to be in my place, and that's not going to stop me.
Clearly, and it shouldn't. Your sin seems to be complimenting the president that they're invested in hating more than anything else. Here's what the resolution says about you. It says, Whitsett has repeatedly and publicly praised the president's delayed and misguided COVID-19 response efforts in contradiction with the scientifically based and action-oriented response from Michigan's Democrat leadership, endangering the health, safety, and welfare of her constituents, the city of Detroit, and the state of Michigan. This is not coming from the Republican Party, from your political opponents. These are coming from your own party.
Only person that is being irresponsible in this situation is Governor Gretchen Whitmer. And I will continue to point the finger at her. As long as black people in the city of Detroit are dying, and it's not just black people, but we are a predominantly black city. And as long as bodies are piling up and these people have names to them, we've had a 5-year-old die in our city. I'm not going to be silent. I have family members that have passed away. They have been turned away at the hospital. As long as this irresponsibility of water still being shut off in people's homes, as long as people do not have DTE and gas and electricity in their homes, as long as pipes that have been burst and they don't have any way to replace those pipes, as long as people do not have the needs that they need to have to be in place in their home, such as food, and they have to walk to the gas stations and the liquor stores every day just to purchase single items because they don't have a refrigerator, they don't have a stove to cook on. I'm going to speak out because you didn't help people to get what they needed. You had an opportunity back in February to stop the water shutoffs in the entire state of Michigan, but she chose not to do that. She simply chose and said that it was not statistically sound. She saw no evidence in stopping water shutoffs in the state of Michigan. How irresponsible. And we still have a Flint water crisis. We still have prisoners that are not being tested. Come on now, let's be serious and use some common sense here.
I agree on the common sense. Karen, you are...
Now, listen, I love Trump and everything. I love Trump. Trump's my guy. But this HQ stuff, my mom just called me the other day and told me that I have this G6PD thing. It's a trait. This is a trait found in mainly Africans, people of African descent. It's called G6PD. And a lot of black people have. White people don't have this. Black people have this. It's just a trait in your blood. So what happens is, because of this G6PD, if you take hydrochloroquine, it can damage you. It can kill you. You can die and have severe lifelong complications from taking hydrochloroquine if you have this G6PD thing. But not every black person has it, but a lot of black people have it. Okay? A lot of black people have this. Okay? A lot of black people have this G6PD. So you have to get tested for G6PD before you take the hydrochloroquine, or else it can kill you. And only black people have G6PD. So you got to be careful, because a lot of people are saying, oh, Trump came out with, he's touting G6PD and it's going to save lives. Again, what's going to happen is you have a lot of black people talking about hydrochloroquine and how it's the cure-all. What's going to end up happening is niggas is going to start dropping like flies from this hydrochloroquine. And they're going to be talking about the Illuminati and conspiracies and shit. And the man out to get us, when really it's just G6PD. You have to get tested to see if you carry G6PD. And I carry the G6PD trait. They tell you I can't take aspirin. So like when you're a child, they tell you if you have G6PD, you can't take aspirin. Because aspirin can fuck you up if you have G6PD. But also hydrochloroquine. So, I don't know. What y'all think about that? Let's open up the floor, man. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? The fact that hydrochloroquine can also kill black people because of this G6PD blood trait. What do y'all think about that? Yeah, Trump better be careful. That's why I think he should be careful with this, because the people disproportionately dying from COVID-19 / coronavirus are black. So they're the people that's going to probably most likely use this hydrochloroquine, this malaria drug. And they gonna fucking, that's why Dr. Fauci, how many of y'all have been noticing Dr. Fauci been trying to be like, I don't know about that. Every time Trump say something about hydrochloroquine, Dr. Fauci be like, look, take it easy with the hydrochloroquine talk. Like, just chill out. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? You know, he been trying to tell Trump, yeah, Africans be dying. Right. Because Africans be dying from that shit, dog. Not every African. So you got to understand, like, the trait G6PD is not, every African doesn't have it. It's like, kind of like, what, sickle cell, or, you know what I'm saying? It's like a fucking trait, right? Every African doesn't have it. Okay? Every African does not have it. All right? Let me break that down. Every African person of African descent does not have G6PD. Okay? A percentage of us have it. And you need to know whether you have it or not before you take hydrochloroquine. Now, I ask you this, Dawn. What percentage of niggas do you think know whether they have G6PD or not? I'll wait. What percentage of niggas do you think know whether they carry the G6PD trait or not? Pontiff say 0.0125. So if Pontiff is right, Stanton says 0.4%. All right, so let's just say 0.2% of black people know their status, whether they have the G6PD trait or not. And Trump is saying, look, if you think you got coronavirus, you can use this and it'll help, and it'll make it go away. You're gonna have a lot of niggas dying. That, just do the math. Just do the math. Okay? Just do the math, man. Just do the math, all right? That's why Dr. Fauci is saying, look, chill out, okay? It'll help people, but if they got this trait, it's gonna kill them. Or fuck their lives up completely. Okay? And of course, the people who's gonna fuck up is niggas. Okay? So you have to be careful telling people to just go ahead and take that shit. Because niggas don't know whether they have G6PD. A nigga, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you can also get it on the black market. You don't need a prescription to get hydrochloroquine. You can find that shit. If you wanted some hydrochloroquine, you can find that shit. And it's almost exclusively in males, okay? So, black males, you see that? It's almost exclusively in males. This G6PD trait is almost exclusively in males. Okay? So black males. Black males have this G6PD trait. That if you take hydrochloroquine, it'll fuck your world up and possibly kill you. Okay? And Trump is touting this drug. He said, "Nah, but if people think that if people get the coronavirus and shit, or if a nigga catch a cold right now, he gonna think he got the coronavirus. Okay? I'm gonna tell you right now. If a nigga catch a cold, he gonna think he got the coronavirus. And so is a white person. Anybody right now that catch a cold gonna feel like, oh shit, I got the coronavirus. And you have people that might take this drug and fuck themselves up if they don't have this G6PD, they're okay. I don't know about the Ebola drug. I haven't heard nothing about that. But listen, that's why they do testing. That's why they do clinical trials, man. Because you have to figure out who can't take it. Like, how many of y'all watch them commercials for them drugs like Openzic and fucking Ambien, all these fucking drug commercials where they're like, do not take if you such and such and such and such. May cause side effects, maybe this, that, and the third, and yada yada yada, 1,000 different side effects. You can't give people drugs because of the FDA regulations. You can't just give people drugs without knowing everything about it, like what it'll do to them if they got certain conditions. Yeah, people in Africa laugh at everything. Africans, the fact that something serious is going on and black people are laughing about it, Don, like, that's like telling me water's wet. That's like saying motherfucking it's cold in Alaska. It's a serious thing going on and niggas is laughing about it. Okay, Don, and like, what the fuck? Like, okay. And what are you saying? Something serious is happening and niggas find it funny. And what do you like? I don't understand what you're saying, though. Ebola is the name of the river. Ebola is named after the Ebola River. What are you talking about? Elite better off left alone. The Ebola virus is named after the Ebola River where the virus originated from. I hope you didn't let some nigga on YouTube, on Facebook tell you that the Ebola was named after Elite better off left alone. The Ebola was named after the Ebola River in the Congo, where the disease originated. It's kind of like how they call the Chinese virus. They want to call coronavirus the Chinese virus because it originated in. This is why you niggas gotta stop listening to everything you hear in fucking on Facebook, man. Some of you niggas need to get off Facebook, man. Get off Facebook for a month, man. And stop listening to all these motherfucking weirdos on Facebook. Talking about Ebola stands for elite better off left alone. Ebola is named after the river in the Congo where the disease originated from. The fuck are you talking about? Who told you that, Ann? Ann, who told you that? The Ebola is named after the river in the Congo where it originated. It originated there. They said, what are we going to call this? Well, there's the Ebola River's right there, so we're going to call it Ebola virus. Not elite, better off, left alone. What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? Some of you niggas need to just, oh my God. And I fuck with you. You one of my day ones, man. I fuck with you, but God, man. Take a break from Facebook, man, for a few days, man. Read a book, man. It would have took you 2 seconds to figure out what Ebola stands for. Why they call it the Ebola virus. It would have took you 2 seconds to find out why they really call it the Ebola virus. Not because the Illuminati is trying to, because the disease originated along the Ebola River. And they could have named it the Congo virus. They could have named it the Congo virus. They named it the Ebola virus after the river. So they wouldn't have to name it the Congo virus. And niggas would have been mad and shit. Niggas would have been mad as shit they'd have called that shit the Congo virus. Hit one if you think niggas would have been pissed off. Pro-blacks would have been mad. They'd have called it the Africa virus or the Congo virus. Pro-blacks would have been mad as shit. So they named it after the river. You talking about some goddamn elites better. What the fuck? Everything ain't a goddamn conspiracy, man. Some shit just happens, man. People die. Chicken pox. Fucking the measles, man. Everything in a fucking conspiracy, man. Polio and shit. Gout. Diabetes. Shit. Some shit. It just like some shit is real, man. I get when you're on social media, y'all want to talk. Everybody want to be smart. Everybody want to be like, everybody want to seem like the smartest person in the room. So everybody, all right, man, that shit is. Come on, some stuff is just real, okay? Some stuff happens. The Ebola virus is named after the river in the Congo where the virus originated. It's not named after it's not an acronym for elites. Better off left alone. It's not. That's not what happened. Yeah, you're right. Because Ebola is contagious. Right, you're right. But you know what I mean. Like, some of these contagious diseases really just happen. Like, there's always been contagious diseases. The plague and shit. Y'all heard about the plague, the black plague and shit? Like, it's always been shit like this. Now all of a sudden, it gotta be made in the lab. All of a sudden, you need a lab. These shit's been happening all throughout history. Now all of a sudden, you need a lab to make one of these motherfuckers. Yeah, why? Yeah, the Black Plague. Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, they gonna rename that shit. They gonna call that shit. Yeah, gonna rename that shit. But yeah, man. Listen, man. Some shit is just like, God damn. If everything a conspiracy, like how are you not a conspiracy? Like aren't you? Could you not really have been born? Could like the fucking Illuminati like made you in a petri? Like, what is real? Everything's a conspiracy. Everything. Latinx flu. But the Spanish flu is named after, it's not even Latinx flu, because Spain is white people in Europe. Spain is the Spaniards, those are fucking lily white people in Europe. Latinos, yeah, those are fucking mixed breeds and shit like that. But Spanish, that's white as you can get. Did you know that the Lyme disease is named after a town? Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you know that Lyme disease is named after the town in Connecticut? Hit one if you knew that. Lyme disease is named after a town in Connecticut where they first cases of it was found. Okay? Infections. Lyme disease was diagnosed as a separate condition for the first time in 1975 in Old Lyme, Connecticut. Okay? Lyme disease is named after a town in Connecticut. Who knew that? I'm honestly, be honest if you knew that. And should people of Connecticut be outraged? Should the people of Connecticut be outraged that that Lyme disease is named after. Okay, you knew because you have Lyme? Okay. Sorry about that, Dawn. That's fucked up. How'd you catch it? And I'm sure you weren't in Connecticut when you caught it, right? You weren't. But it's just interesting how you can't call the Chinese virus, you can't call COVID-19 the Chinese virus because that's offensive. But you can call Lyme disease, you can name the Lyme disease after Connecticut, but but you got it in West Virginia. But it's named after a town in Connecticut. So people in Connecticut should be fucking outraged. They should be protesting in the streets. What's up? What's up? Hey man, hey, you know what time it is, man. Yeah. So like all these diseases are named after the place where they originated at. Lyme don't stand for the Legion of Young. The Legion of Young Mennonite. Like it's just the name of the town, man. The Legion of Young Mexicans. Oh shit. Lie you might enable. Oh shit. The lie you might enable. I'm telling you, man. I bet if you made a Facebook post about that, and nobody would question that. You should do that, and make a Facebook post saying that Lyme disease stands for the lie you might enable. And I guarantee you get 1 million shares. And anytime you ask a nigga about the Lyme disease, that shit, man. Yeah, man, that shit, man, that's bullshit, man. Lyme disease bullshit, man. That's the lie you might enable, man. Lyme disease stands for lie you might enable, man. That shit bullshit, man. That shit some bullshit, man. The government made that shit in the fucking lab, man. The lie you might enable. That's what Lyme disease stands for. And this is all stuff, and listen, I'm not acting like I'm fucking some kind of genius, okay? For fucking knowing this shit. It takes 2 seconds to look this shit up. Do not confuse me with some genius or somebody that's some smarty pants. It takes 2 seconds to look this shit up. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm this fucking, man, that's why you should follow me, man. Follow me because I know the truth, man. It takes 2 seconds to look this shit up. 2 seconds. Okay? Yeah, man. So this shit is. Let me see some more, some more emails, man. Oh man. Oh shit. I'm gonna have to get to this shit. I'm gonna go charge my phone, man. I'm gonna get back at y'all, man. It's been real though, man. Like, subscribe, donate, support the channel so we can keep bringing you this news, man. PayPal, Cash App. I'm gonna come back with these. I want to see this story. I want to see this bicycle killed in hit and run. I want to see that story. That's so sad, man. Wow.